Hey there everyone, I hope you're doing fabulously well. My name is Emily. Today we are looking at the considerations and things to be aware of before you, when you're planning your next cosplay costume. I'm not too sure on this hat, it's a new one. I may have to have some words with the maker because it just feels a bit weird. It just feels weird. Anyway, so basically what we're talking about today is the considerations you should have when planning your next cosplay costume. Budget. At the end of the day, if you want a really good costume, it may be quite expensive. Quite expensive varies on what you want. If you want some, just quickly straighten you up. If you want, say, a princess dress, I think to get a decent quality one, you're not going to be spending less than about £120, £130 in the UK, right? But you know, if you want armour, foam armour, you're spending easily 10 times that. And that's where it sort of you have to find your own budget. A lot of the time it can be, and it is cheaper to make your own, but when it comes to making your own, so I'm just trying to get this hat right, and it's really not working. Yeah, it might be cheaper to make your own, but if you're like me, you might not have that skill. So always, figure out I always sort of suggest going, I have £150 to spend on a cosplay costume. What do I want? Or I want a insert costume here costume. How long is it going to take me to save up for that? Time constraints. When do you need it for? So, as an example, I'm going to MusicalCon in next month, end of October, or later this month, depending on when this video goes out. It's currently early September for me. So, yeah, I'm just fixing my hat here, trying to get it to look right, but it just doesn't. Yeah, so running out of time. Yeah, make sure you give yourself enough time. For me personally, I recommend if you're getting something custom made, not sort of custom made, like made to measure, so to speak, at least 3 months lead time. Well, sort of think about it 6 months beforehand, put your order in no later than 3 months beforehand. That way, when it gets to you, you've hopefully got some time to fix it if it's not quite right. Like I say, your skill level, so that comes into the budget side of things. If you're going to be making stuff yourself, figure out something you're comfortable making. As an example, I am looking at the moment to make my this hat off because I'm just not comfortable with how it looks right now. I am going to be looking to make parts of my own costume for the first time, and what I'm looking to do is make a skirt. Now, the skirt design I have found is one piece of fabric. Inherently, not going to be that technically demanding. If I wanted to make my aerial dress myself, that's going to be a struggle for me. So, always figure out where you're going. Comfort. Be comfortable in the costume. Or a costume is going to be vaguely comfortable to you to wear for the amount of time you need to wear it for. If you are doing a stage performance, say, and you're doing 20 minutes in the costume and then you can get straight out of it, fair enough. Doesn't need to be massively comfortable for that. It needs to be bearable for 20 minutes, and you need to be able to move about in it and all that kind of stuff. Again, mobility is really important, but you don't need to sort of have it super comfortable. It can be a bit scratchy. You'll hate it, but it'll do the job. But if you're going to be in a costume for extended periods of time, say you're going to a con or you've got an all-day event that you need to be at, get something comfy. Like this costume I'm wearing now, the arms are far too tight on me. I wouldn't wear this to a con because I know after about 20-25 minutes I'm going to be like, I want out of the dress. And that's not where you want to be. It feels really cute, and I'm going to be getting a new dress made when budget allows. But yeah. Anyway, moving forth, weather. This is more if you're making a costume for an event, but just know where you're going. Common sense here. If you are going to a convention in December in Russia, don't wear a bunny girl outfit. Bunny girl outfits are cute, but you will die. And that's not even a joke. Or at best lose a limb. Cultural appropriation and cultural sensitivity. That's a really good one, actually. These are sort of notes I've made. Cultural sensitivity right now is a fairly major topic. I think in the last sort of 3 or 4 years, we've got really into a bracket where you need to make sure that what you're doing isn't seen as cultural appropriation. The majority of people know what that is and will avoid it. However, be mindful of your audience, I guess in my statement here. If you are going and hanging out with some mates in a costume, probably don't need to worry too much. If you are going to a major event, thing is, right, you will be approaching this with the best will in the world because I know you are. However, how is your costume going to make other people feel? Don't. Just, if you are white, if you're white, don't even have a spray tan that week. Just don't. Don't do it, man. You don't need that stress. And thing is, you're going to get that stress. And, well, arguably this isn't your problem, but it sort of is at the same time. How are you going to make other people feel with your costume? Yeah, just make sure that you're going to enjoy that costume, but also that no one else is going to come give you a pile of abuse for that costume, because you don't need that. You just don't need that, man. Okay. Let's have a look. So, groups. Yeah, groups are great. If you've got a couple of friends going to a convention, none of you know what you're doing. Come up with something, you know. For example, for this, get a couple of you in the same uniform. It'll look amazing. If you're doing an MHA, My Hero Academia, that's a fairly common cosplay group. Figure out who's going to play which of the characters. I pretend I know. Again, Sailor Moon. That's when I was going to do it with my friends. And I was like, yes, I will do this. Then it never happened, but there we go. Makeup and accessories. Again, make sure you know how to do makeup. I don't really wear much costume makeup because I'm not very good at makeup. The one character I have that is very makeup heavy are two really. You've got obviously my clowns and Elphaba. Elphaba's makeup's really easy to do for now. I just do green, black, just black blush. Actually eyeshadow for the blush, but it looks really good for contouring. Black mascara, maybe a bit of eyeshadow, and obviously lips and nails as well. But just give it a practice. Just sit down, I won't know what this is going to work out like, because you don't want to be doing what I did and, or be in the situation that I was in where I was doing my makeup on the train and it doesn't work out for you. Because then you've got very little space to do something different or replan. Safety, again, that links into weather, because weather is the main factor, but also breathing. Anxiety is a mega thing, so make sure you can breathe in your costume. But my notes are like flammable materials. If you stand next to an open flame in a costume, you've done something wrong, mate. But like I say, sort of sharp edges as well. I can't think of a character that has a really sharp edge. Prop weapons, right? It's over there, so I can't reach it. But Merida's bow. That's a really good one. As a joke, not as a joke, but as sort of a test, I decided to let an arrow go. I made a hole in the wall behind me. Not a deep hole, but a hole. Now, if I'm posing for a photo, and I'm doing that as Merida, or that, well, I can't really do it in this dress, again, how restrictive it is, I will always make sure that if I'm pulling the bow back, I've got an arrow, and the arrow is held in my finger. So if my hand slips and the string goes, let's fly, the arrow won't go. And that way, if there's a photographer standing in front of me, I'm not going to kill them. Imagine that trip to A&E. How did you get hurt? Got hit by an arrow. Shot by a princess. Body confidence, that's my last one. Make sure it's something you feel comfortable wearing. I am doing a cosplay event with work, which I'm going to ask permission to film at the end of this month. And I went to a costume shop with them to get a costume for that event. I put it, and the first costume, she was like, the lady who's organising it is lovely, because she may see this video. So, but I'm not just saying it because she may see this video, but she is. She's just a really nice person, and found a old-timey. If I was being pedantic, I think it's about 10 years too early for that uniform, but that's me being pedantic. Nurse's uniform, and it looked great on someone. I put it on and just thought, nope, this isn't me. And that's okay. You know, it's important to know that, though, and know actually this is a limit for me. This isn't a costume I want to wear in public. An example of that actually is I did Mary Poppins once. I thought the dress looked all right. It wasn't perfect, but you know, as soon as I stepped out on the golf floor, I was like, I don't like this. And that's just something to be aware of. If it's safe to do so, do what I did when I did the early morning photo shoots. I think I had this dress on, Belle, and I did one with the clown as well, where I got called a nonce. And actually, I should talk about that in a future video. But anyway, just be comfortable. Have a wander around in the costume beforehand. Wear it around the house. Make sure you look in the mirror and you go, I like this. I'm comfortable with this vibe. But also, maybe like I say, go for get some photos in a park in the early morning. Something like that, where there's not many visitors, but you're in public, you've got a little bit of people seeing you. Make sure that you're comfortable with that. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching today's YouTube video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, hit the like button. Subscribe to see more from me on a regular basis. I am probably going to have to chat with the maker of this hat about it. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.